Coming up,
You can hear your heartbeat when it's excited.
that's Dr. Alan Stewart, a heart surgeon, and he's answering one of our many questions about the heart. Valentine's Day is this week, and later today is a fairly large football game, and this bagel spot is prepared to cater to both. Plus, these hairstylists are helping you help your partner look their best. All that and more is today on SoFlo Health. Hello and welcome to SoFlo Health. I'm Hunter Frankie. We're at Mitch's Downtown Bagel Cafe to save the day for both lovers and sports fans alike. It's a big day for sports fans because the big game is today. You know which one I'm talking about. And it's a big week for people with a lover because Valentine's is coming up. So you might need a date spot, you might need to cater something that's delicious and different, and we can do both of those things right here. So let's head inside, make some great food, and taste some great food. Follow me. We're in the kitchen of Mitch's now. This is Griffin, and Griffin's gonna whip us up some good food. What do we have, Griffin?
Awesome, Hunter. So today we're going to be making the SoFlo egg sandwich. It is our healthiest bagel sandwich that we have.
It's the perfect name for us on SoFlo Health.
That's right. Just for you, Hunter. Just for you, Hunter.
Thanks.
So we're going to start off with some turkey bacon
Great.
here. Great healthy option of meat. We love that sizzle, right? Next step is going to be some egg whites that we're going to cook with Swiss cheese. One nice 5-ounce ladle, pour it nice and straight. I'll grab my Swiss cheese and I'm going to get it over here onto the eggs and we're going to fold it up nicely, okay? Just flip, 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 flip. Look at that.
So quick.
Nice square for a bagel. Everything at Mitch's Downtown happens quickly, that's for sure. And all we're going to do is we're just going to slice this bagel in half. Turkey bacon coming off the flat top, nice and hot. I'm going to lay my nice set of egg whites and Swiss cheese on top. Then we're going to go ahead and prepare our avocado, just some nice thin slits. Just lay it beautifully on top. Okay. And then we're going to try to wrap this bagel sandwich, Hunter. We're going to wrap it about halfway, pull it back, halfway, pull it back. Fold with my 2 hands. Make sure it's pretty. Slice it in half. And show them what they got. So then next, we're going to wrap it in the foil so it stays hot while your Uber driver brings it to your front door. Just like that.
Perfect. Or if you've come and pick up and you got to get going.
Got to run and grab your lunch
That's
somewhere.
great.
Nobody's going to be hurt.
Perfect.
Cool?
So much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. SoFlo in the window.
Yeah, there it is.
All right.
So like you said, there's a SoFlo in the window. What are we doing next?
We're going to head up front onto our deli station to make an avocado chicken Caesar salad wrap.
Perfect. Let's do it.
Awesome. Cool.
Let's head out there. All right, Griffin, what's next?
Cool. So today we're going to make the avocado chicken Caesar wrap. So we're just going to put everything in a bowl. So we got some nice, hot, healthy grilled chicken, 8 ounces of romaine lettuce, pre-portioned out and ready to go, 2 ounces of Caesar dressing we're going to put in the bowl, and 2 more ounces of Parmesan cheese. Boom, boom, boom.
Nice.
Cool. Just give it a nice little toss. Make sure it's nice and mixed for you. Look at that. That looks delicious.
Yes.
Wouldn't be complete without a little bit of avocado.
Yes.
Make it nice and creamy. Then we're going to take all of this lovely Caesar salad stuff and put it right on top. Got to make sure you're keeping it in the middle. Nobody wants to wrap a crazy burrito. So there you go. Hunter, you think you could get this one closed? I don't know.
No shot, but
Okay.
you could. You could for sure.
I don't know, Hunter. It's looking a little risky there, bud. So then we're very simply just going to cut it through the middle. Show them what they got.
There it is.
You hungry, Hunter?
I am hungry.
All right,
I'm gonna have to get a
awesome.
bite in that in just a second. We're gonna meet Adam in a little while, but
Cool.
before I do, Griffin, what would you say that Mitch's Downtown's all about?
For us, it's all about big, hearty portions and family. Like the people that work here have worked here forever, and we just want to make sure you're taken care of and fed. That's really all it takes.
Yeah. Is there anything that you would tell people to try if they come here for the first time?
You got to have the Nova Supreme. It's fantastic. Every single time I wake up, that is the first thing that's on my brain. Everything bagel, scallion cream cheese, Nova, capers, tomato, and onions. It's the only thing I want.
Well, Griffin, thank you so much. We've got a whole lot more to see with Adam over at the table, but first, you have to keep watching SoFlo Health. Mitch's Downtown Bagel Cafe is a great date spot, but if you have a date, you're going to want to look good. So we came to Much Love Hair Couple to learn how to do our significant other's hair or help spruce it up in case we don't have time to head to the salon or the barber before our date. But it's ladies first, so I've got camera lady Alejandra in the chair, and I'll be running camera. So, Mario, what are we doing?
So, cool. So this is a concept that we started quite a while ago. It's called We've Got Your Back. And it's really to score brownie points with your partner. A lot of times women, they'll be styling their hair, they have the front all looking good, and unfortunately, their arms aren't long enough. They don't have 3 arms, they only have 2 arms. So they can't actually get to the back of their hair, whether it be to blow dry it, flat iron it, use a curling iron, whatever it may be. So we are actually doing this thing now where we're gonna be helping people to actually teach them just how to style the back of their girlfriend's hair, and how women or guys can just clean up the hairline for their men. So what you want to do, if you're blow drying, what you want to do is you want to get yourself either a round brush or a flat Denman brush like this. Turn the dryer on. Start from the top. And what you want to see steam. You don't want to see smoke, but you want to see steam. So the more steam you see, the more the drier it's actually getting. Nice and slow. Don't rush it. Don't start doing the cha-cha, none of that stuff. Just go nice and slow. Now, gentlemen, I know that you're probably not looking forward to doing this, but I'm telling you right now, this will be a tremendous help, especially if you're in the doghouse. So we dried her hair already. Now, if she wants it really polished, if she's got the front and top of her hair is really, really straight, she wants to flat iron it, this is where you're usually gonna get the majority of the requests. So now we're gonna show you how to flat iron it. You don't want it too hot. Probably somewhere around 350 to 400 degrees is usually where it's at. You're gonna pull it straight out, get real close to the hairline. Steam is good as long as it's not smoke. Then you're gonna get underneath the hair with the comb, nice and slow. From the base down to the ends, just give it a nice little bevel down right at the end right there. And that is how you polish off the back of her hair. Now we're gonna move on to curling, ready?
So if I'm getting this correct, it's not that it's step 1, 2, 3. It's step 1 and then either the second thing we've seen or what we're about to see right now.
Correct. You don't have to flat iron it if you're gonna curl it. That's what we're moving into now. Now we're gonna curl it. You do not flat iron it if you're gonna curl it.
But you still have to start with the drying.
You still need to start with the dry. So you wanna start off with a good hairspray, a stronghold hairspray. Take your section, just a tiny little section. You probably want it from like an inch and a half section. You're gonna spray down the hair shaft. You're gonna just pinch it here, open, and you're gonna wrap around without letting go. And that's gonna create kind of like a S pattern almost. Then you can let the clamp go, get those ends tucked in. Once it's got nice and hot, you can let it go. And hold it in your hand for a second. Depending on how curly it is, you can also blow on it, just to kind of cool it off a little bit. And that creates this really, really nice S pattern.
So Mario, quick recap of what we just saw.
So cool. So I just gave you 3 techniques to do. They're really, really super basic, but I promise you they'll take you a really, really far way with your lady to score some serious brownie points. Showed you how to smooth it out with a blow dryer, how to flat iron it if she wants it really, really smooth, and how to finish off the curls in the back of her head if she can't get back there. I promise you, this will take you to heights with your woman, and she'll be very, very grateful.
Thanks, Mario. I think Alejandra's hair is looking great. And when we come back here and check in again, Alejandra will be back on camera and I'll be in the chair. I'm up next for a haircut cleanup at Much Love, and Dr. Alan Stewart answers questions we all have about the heart when SoFlo Health returns.
Focusing on you. Innovations in modern medicine. From your team of experts at UHealth, the University of Miami Health System.
20 years goes by quickly, yeah.
Dr. Joseph Lamelas, Chief of Cardiac Surgery at UHealth, is marking the 20th anniversary of his Miami Method, a minimally invasive heart procedure that has revolutionized the way cardiac surgeries are performed, avoiding the need to open up the patient's chest.
I started, making it less invasive, less traumatic. So the operation today has evolved where the ribs are not even broken. I could do major operations, replacing the aorta, the aortic valve, the ascending aorta, through a 5-centimeter incision without cracking the ribs at all.
After more than 2 decades of fixing hearts with the minimally invasive procedure he pioneered, Dr. Lamelas continues to improve upon his technique. Here at UHealth, he trains surgeons from all over the world on this special life-saving surgery.
I've had them come from Japan, from Australia, different parts of the world, but the majority come from the United States. The technique has definitely evolved over 20 years.
Dr. Lamelis has operated on more than 18,000 heart patients, many who send him cards every year, grateful for the gift of life.
Thank you for saving my life. There's no substitute for experience. It's looking for better ways every day to make it better and more efficient, and obviously the end result is the patient benefits the most from it.
Welcome back to SoFlo Health. I'm Hunter Frankie, still joined by much loved hair couple. This is Lori. Earlier, Mario showed us how to take care of Alejandra's hair, or a woman or person with long hair, and how they might want to straighten it or curl it in the back, and how you can help. And this time, we're going to show how to do shorter haircuts, typically guys like myself. Lori, it's been 3-4 weeks since I've had a haircut, so it starts to get scraggly around the edges. Is that what you want to help us figure out?
Yes, and if you can't get to the barbershop and you want to help your guy out, this is a perfect way to do it. So I'm going to split this in 2 sections, basically showing you how to make a harder line on this side and how to make a softer line on this side. So as you can see, the hairline here, you can see it pretty well. So I'm going to use a trimmer. You can find one of these at CVS or Target or Sally's Beauty Supply. And I'm just gonna use this just to clean up these hairs because he's not gonna be able to do it himself. There's a line here and there's a line here. Once you start to see like the hair is very soft around the edges, you just wanna go straight up to that. Just taking the clippers, putting it up against his neck, just going straight up to where that hairline would be. Just like that. This is just for a softer finish.
And what do you mean by a softer finish?
So it looks more natural. So it doesn't just look like you just got a haircut. Some people like a natural finish. So just coming right up to the hairline, don't go too high because that's gonna not look right. Put the clipper right up against the neck, go right up to the hairline and stop. And that just gives it a really soft finish, more natural looking. If you want something a little more crisp, I'm gonna show you how to do that now. Just comb the hair straight down using a fine tooth of the comb. And then if you're feeling confident, really, this is what you do. You can see that there's an actual hairline here, and you're just gonna take the clipper like this, and you're just gonna put it up against the hairline and just go straight down. And then you can clean up these little hairs like that. Just going straight up to that hairline once you put that hard line in. Just clean that up a little bit there. That's a little more of a hard line. And if you're feeling really confident, make sure that their head is straight up. Just go ahead and tap, tap, go right up to that line that you just created, and clean it up. That's how you get a more hard line.
All right, so pretty simple. Usually, guys have it a little easier with the simplicity of things, but it's something that certainly helps out quite a bit. And I know when I have my hair cleaned up, I feel like it's like a brand new haircut and I'm ready to roll. So I guess the takeaways here from what it sounds like, I noticed that you said you just want to like tap if you're doing that. You don't want to like go in or like try and dig up because that's where you can start to ruin the hairline in the back.
You can lose your hairline and go way too high, correct. It's just very soft, very like smooth movements.
Yeah, well, what I've taken away from both Lori here and Mario is that it's a fine art, but you can err on the side of doing a little less. I think a lot of people think that this stuff is, it's so complicated, I gotta work hard on it, and that's where they start to singe their hair, cut into their hair, and do all these things, but
less is more.
Yes, ideally, you have a professional take care of it for you. Well, Lori, thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
And Mario, you're over there, but thank you very much as well. We'll be back here later on in the show, but first, watch this. I came to Mercy Hospital because it's Valentine's coming up, it's Heart Month, and it's the American Heart Association's 100-year anniversary. And they put us in contact with Dr. Alan Stewart here, who we're about to meet. He's a heart surgeon, and we're gonna ask him the questions we've all been wondering our whole lives about our heart. Like, can you fix my broken heart? Does my heart actually beat faster when I think I'm in love?
Your heart actually does beat faster when you're in love. It's not because your heart innately senses that you're in love, it's that your whole body is reacting to a human being. Now, evolutionarily, we're meant to procreate, right? And by doing that, we have to get that feeling, and we want to get that energy so that we can become physically attracted and able to reproduce.
You, a heart surgeon, can you fix my broken heart?
We can fix your broken heart, and there actually is something called broken heart syndrome. The real name is Takotsubo's heart, and it looks like a broken heart when you look at it on an ultrasound of the heart. And there are people that have no coronary disease, no valve problems, that are so crestfallen or have had an emotional distress in their life, and they can present with heart failure, and it's because of a broken heart.
Wow. What's happening to my heart when I'm nervous?
When you're nervous, you're getting what's called a fight or flight response, and that's an adrenaline surge that's produced by glands above your kidney, and that is the adrenaline or norepinephrine or epinephrine surge that you get, and the receptors on the heart will speed it up. There's more blood flow, more oxygen going to your brain to make a decision. So you're much more aware. You start to shake, you start to sweat, and that's normally danger, but it also is the same feeling that one gets when you're in love. That's all associated with where we were in evolution to determine whether or not this is the person we want to be with.
More heart health and more of Mitch's Downtown Bagel Cafe are after the break on SoFlo Health. Welcome back to SoFlo Health. I'm Hunter Frankie, and this is Adam now of Mitch's Bagels. Adam, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. How are we doing today?
Of course, thanks for having us here and joining us with this spread. What are we looking at here?
We got some homemade bagels. We got a pastrami on rye. We got some fresh baked rugelach. We got your classic from streets of New York bagels and Nova. We got a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. And we were in the kitchen earlier. We whipped up some healthy light dishes.
Yeah.
What makes all of this special?
It's made with love, and we've been doing this in our family personally for 30 years.
Wow.
So we have a great connection with our customers down here, and we just love putting out high quality food that takes people back to New York.
Wonderful. So would you say that Mitch's is a classic Jewish deli?
Mitch's is a classic Jewish deli with a modern twist. We've taken the traditional view of a deli and made it more modern. It's clean, it's trendy, it's fun. We've elevated some of the menu items, so we've really tried to push the envelope and move it forward because we wanted to keep the tradition, but we also wanted to look towards the future and cater to a wide group of people.
Nice. Where can we find you? I mean, we're in Fort Lauderdale right now, but where else are you?
We're in Fort Lauderdale. Obviously, we have the store in Weston that's been there for 13 years, and then we have a location coming online in about 4 to 6 weeks in Hollandale.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we're looking forward to it. This here is all not just for us to enjoy if we come in, but you also cater.
Yeah, we do a ton of catering. The Super Bowl's coming up. We're doing a ton of catering for that. We do sandwich platters, so we do wrap platters. We do things for, graduations. We do stuff for bridal showers. We cater all sorts of events.
Yeah, and what I like about this is that you can get your sweet treats, but you can also get some of the healthier, lighter things too, or things that are just a little bit different than your typical cater items. There's a bunch of chips and whatever.
Yeah, you get your Nova, you get your bacon, egg, and cheese, you get your chicken Caesar wrap, you get a fruit platter, you get juices, coffee. We got a little bit of everything.
Nice. Valentine's is coming up this week. Is this a great date spot?
This is a great after the date spot. You come here, you go have some fun, come into Mitch's the next morning, we'll help you recover, we'll get you your hangover bagel, we'll get you some coffee, we'll get you some Pedialyte, and you'll be on your way.
Yeah. But you could also come for a day date if you want something more casual, simple.
Casual, we got mimosas, we got pancakes, we do a nice little brunch, so we have a little bit of everything.
Awesome. And if they'd like to learn a little bit more about you guys, how can they?
You can go to our website at mitchesdowntown.com. You can also check us out on social media. We have Facebook and Instagram. And then if you want to send us an email, you can reach out to us at info@mitchesdowntown.com for any catering inquiries, any orders, anything about hours. We're more than happy to answer your questions.
Sounds great. I'm going to steal one of these.
Okay, go right ahead.
Thank you so much, Adam. Well, I'm making a mess here. I'll get that in a second. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
In honor of Valentine's Day, which is this week, by the way, Dr. Alan Stewart, a heart surgeon, is answering heart questions just for us. That thumping heartbeat that we see in cartoons, and you almost feel that sometimes. Is that dangerous?
So the thumping that we have when we're in love or when we're attracted to someone is because the heart is right behind the breastbone. Now, what we hear when we hear it's three bones in our ears that are interacting, and it's not that racing is not necessarily dangerous, but it creates an awareness. Now, if you're anxious, that awareness will then make it beat even faster, and that becomes a little bit dangerous. But that is a feeling of being alive.
Can your heart actually skip a beat?
Your heart can actually skip a beat. Your heart is, normally it's associated, the squeezing of the heart is associated with the electrical system of the heart. Now, if the electrical system and the squeezing get kind of off balance with one another, the electricity can keep firing before the heart has time to squeeze again, and that needs a reset. So the skipping of a beat means that it's the electricity of the heart, or the desire to beat, is going faster than the ability of the heart to squeeze, and it takes time to reset. So it'll stop for a second, and that's what you feel.
Can my heart literally be warmed?
So the warming sensation that we're feeling is all that same energy level. So you have this feeling of attraction, or this desire to be with someone, or that feeling of being in love. And not only when your heart's squeezing harder and it's pumping more oxygen, what happens is your blood vessels all dilate. So everything sort of rushes to your skin, and that creates a sense of warming because your body is dispelling heat.
Welcome back to SoFlo Health. I'm Hunter Frankie, and I'm all spruced up and ready for Valentine's Day. Now I just need a date. But we'll figure that part out later, so don't you worry about me. I'll be just fine. But we hope you enjoyed this week's episode of SoFlo Health, that you learned something from the doctor, from Lori, from Mario, or from anyone else that we've had on the show, or you just want to go have a good bagel at Mitch's. Anyway, that's all we have for this week's episode. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you want to watch previous episodes of SoFlo Health, you can do so using SoFloShows.com. You can also follow us using @SoFloHealth to share with us what you're doing to stay healthy. Until next week, it's goodbye and good health.
Learning how to be in control.
Next week on SoFlo Health, we dine with a local restaurateur who shares his health journey and shows us how it's affected his health and his menu for the better. That and more is right here on SoFlo Health next week. We'll see you then.